Hi folks, it's Maureen here, Stitch Mac, and I'm back at the end of November. It's probably been 6 weeks or so since I've done this. Excuse me. Lovely, nice chesty cough. So I'm just going to go through whips I've done the last few weeks. I've got a finish and 2 new starts. Hopefully tonight I'll get through with actually having electricity for the rest of the night. I think the last one, they were digging up the road outside because there was an issue with my next door neighbour's electricity. And when they were digging, so after I'd finished filming the first room, they suddenly were plunged into darkness because they had inadvertently cut my electric off instead next door. Apparently the cables are round the wrong way. So then I had a mad somebody run up, okay, let me just come in a minute. And then, oh yeah, we're gonna have to replace your bulkhead or something. Which then ensues like 2 hours of them fanning about trying to get this sorted, plus one person in the house, one person in the street, talking to each other and talking, going, yeah, definitely that's not a live one, and definitely you get the right thing. And I was like, do these people know what they're doing? We were sad. We're like, I honestly thought they're either going to plunge the whole town into darkness or blow us all up. But yeah, thankfully, the whole got sorted. So fingers crossed, no dilemmas tonight. So anyway, it's Friday night. I've just finished work and I thought I've got more or less house myself. Joe's upstairs asleep. Neve's got her Christmas works night. Lee's at work. Brilliant. Just me and the dog. Get this done now. What have you just done with that ball? Was it? Oh, I don't know who it is. Let's bring it over. So what am I going to show you first? I'm going to show my bag piece. I show every month, but I've got it out of the Q snaps because I'm going to move it over a little bit now. So this is my, see if I can get it in the full picture. It's getting a bit big now. Cartographica XL by Tilton Crafts. Nearly at my 40%. I've got 4,000 stitches I think to do, so I've lost the ability to count. Sorry. I'm on schedule to finish it. I've got 4,000 to do. That'll bring me up to the 40% in December. So I have been working on this bit here. So I've filled in. So to give it some context, here we have a big one. This here is halfway. So this bit here that's blank is a bit of the border. So we have this bit up here, then this panel down here, and then there's a border comes across, and then the next panel starts down, etc. So I've just left that blank. That's so I thought we'll move across. I think what I'm going to do is work some of these. I'm going to try and do mirror at this side. So bring it down. This somewhere around here is about halfway. So bring this down, mirror that down there, and bring that so that next year I will just work. God, it's really heavy. I'm such a weakling holding up a little bit of fabric, but it's like, so that next year I'm going to work into the middle, back to the mat bit again. But yeah, this bit was just, I'd ended up working down here because I'd made a boo-boo. I fucked up somewhere around here. So I was like, okay, I need to try and, while I remember what I'm doing to try and fudge it, I worked into here. But yeah, see, I love looking at it in this because you really appreciate what it's like when you're looking at it like, oh, looks like a map. Whereas when you're working on it close up, it don't look like nothing. So yeah, so I'll aim to work, like to match it up at that side and then work in the middle. One of the reasons being, it's next year I'm planning to do the finish 25 pages. I've decided I should really call my channel Maureen the Overly Ambitious Stitcher. The delusion. Maybe I should just be the delusional stitcher because I don't really know what I think I'm actually going to get done. But yeah, I've picked. So for instance, Cartographica's got like 5 or 6 pages that I can I'll finish next year. So that's taking care of 5 of them, and I've kind of picked other projects to kind of motivate me to do some more work on them. I've also got something else planned then for next year, which I'll talk about once I've done. Yeah, or maybe I'll just talk about it now actually, because I'll forget about it otherwise. So I was at the Stitching Retreat 2 weekends ago. Was it 2 weekends? Yeah, 2 weekends ago. The Scottish Stitching Retreat, and we were chatting, and they were asking me what stupid ideas did I have for next year. And I was like, there's no World Cup, there's no Euros, nothing like that. And then obviously there's a lot of people doing like Bake Off stuff and doing stuff related to TV shows. And I was like, I might do something else. I thought, maybe I'll do Formula One, because it runs from March through to the beginning of December. It's nearly finished now this year. So I've been dwelling about that and going back and forth, going, right, do I do it per constructor or do I do it per driver? Do I do it per points or per place? Because the thing being, not everybody gets points. There are a couple of drivers this year that have 0 points. So if I do it per points, there's a chance there are a couple of pieces, whips, wouldn't get any points, wouldn't get any stitches, because I'm going to do it related to the points. So I was having a swither about, and then I thought, nah, bugger it, I'll just do that anyway. So I sat yesterday, so I picked, and then I was like, what will I use? Will I use full coverage pieces? Will I use other stuff? So I worked it out. So I'm double dipping with my page finishes. So I've used all the full coverage pieces that I'm going to try and aim to finish a page on. Because when I say finish a page, I do not mean do a whole page. I'm going to try and just finish a page that's already started. So some might have a lot of stitching to do, and others might not have that much to do. I am cheating somewhere, because it's not complete 25 pages, it's finished 25 pages. So I've used those, and then I've used my Fancy Ladies, and I think Pandemic and another sampler, because I thought they've all got quite a lot of stitches in to do, because it's obviously, if you know Formula One. If you don't know Formula One, there's 20 drivers, there's 10 constructors, teams, that's the word, Jesus. 20 drivers, 2 drivers each, so there's 20 drivers. Now, it's heavily skewed towards, there's usually like top 3 or 4 teams. So you've got your Mercedes, Ferrari, McLaren, Red Bull. And it's heavily kind of skewed towards them. They are going to get the most points. That's just the way it is at the moment. Then your other 6 teams, you're going to get 3 or 4. You get your Haas in this year, and is it Haas and I don't think it's Aston Martin, I can't remember. There's 3 or 4 that are in the middle, fighting it out. And then you get the ones at the bottom. You get your wee Sauber, your RB and that, who are just not having a good time at all. So I wanted to make sure that some of the projects will have got a lot of stitching to complete on it, because some of the drivers will end up getting a lot of points. So I sat yesterday and I did my wee wheel of drivers, I did my wee wheel of projects, and I went bing, bing, bing. So it's worked out quite fun, actually. It was like, oh, what can I get? So I think the kind of top ones was Max Verstappen came out, and it came up as Museum Shelf, which I'd used before for the Netherlands for the World Cup and that, because it's got like some Dutch paintings, and I was like, well, that's fake, that's got to be his. So that worked out quite well. And Lando Norris I have got earmarked for Paradise, because I'm kind of guessing the way things are, they're going to be fighting it out next year. Come on, Lando. And it came up with Paradise, and that's one of the ones I want to finish. I think it's got like 3 or 4 pages to do, so it's quite good. So there's 24 Grand Prix, so it's not like every week. So what I'm not gonna, so the way I'm gonna work it is per points. So first place you get 25 points, so I'm just gonna times it by 10, so you've got 250 stitches all the way down to the top 10. And it might just be some teams, you might just get a little random one that will get some points. There may be some that don't get any. But what I've thought I'll do is, rather than do it weekly, it's not always on, it's usually kind of every 2 weeks. Sometimes you'll get like a run of 3 and then I'll have a gap. But rather than trying to work on 10 pieces every week, there will be 10 different pieces that will get points every week. But I'm like, I'm probably gonna wait until like bank the points until they maybe get like 500, so I can do 500 stitches. So the kind of top 3 or 4 will obviously kind of get probably used more, and then the lesser pointed ones, once they get bank 500 or a decent amount, if it doesn't look like at any point, then because that's that they still have to get 50 points for that. So yeah, that's what I thought I'll do. I'm not going to be like, oh, I need to get this all done before the next Grand Prix, because that's going to be that'll put me under too much pressure, I think, I'm just going to like say I'll bank it until, because like some of them, if they get 10, yeah, some of them might only get 10, like if you're in 10th place, you'll get 1 point, which is 10 stitches. So I'm not going to go and bother getting something out to do 10 stitches. But the next week they could be 6th and get 80 points. So I can't remember. I can't remember off the top of my head. I have written it all down. So that's my plan for that. Just to kind of motivate me, because it's quite good. Then I'm double dipping with doing the pages, so it means gives me a reason to work on all those. All my fancy ladies are in it, so hopefully they'll all get a shot. There's obviously going to be a couple, like say, Jan get nothing. You get a point for the fastest lap. So I think I gave myself 50 stitches for the fastest lap. And I thought that would be quite fun. Make it a little bit more interesting. I love watching Grand Prix anyway, but it's like, ooh, who am I stitching on with this? So that's my plan for next year. Because, why the hell not? Because I'm doing like the Stitching to the Moon thing with the Full Coverage Fanatics as well. So again, I'll just use all that. And otherwise, I'll just stick to my plan of working. Excuse me. So I didn't buy anything at the Stitching Retreat, but I did get myself a lovely, nice chest of actually lovely. Sorry, I've completely lost my train of thought now. Yeah, no, I have plans for next year. So apart from that, the way I've been kind of doing it the last few months is I've had my cartographic out, that little step, and then working on one other piece, one fancy lady, one full coverage piece, and just picking a specific goal to work on, and just working on that until that's completed, and then I'll put it away and work on something else, and not necessarily like in the month, but like, right, I need to finish 1,000 stitches on this, or do 1,000 stitches on this, or do this much. I'm doing it in kind of blocks of like 1,000 stitches at a time, or 500. Sometimes it just depends on what I'm working on. But it just means then I have a few things sitting in my box that I've got everything ready for, and I can just pick up and stitch. And that's going quite well. So I'm probably just going to continue doing that for next year. Incorporating all these bits into it as to what then gets picked up. So anyway, that was a bit of a random planning thing for next year. If anyone cares, if anyone wants to join me, feel free. Right, so I'm just working my way through the pile I've just put on the table. So this was a finish. I did most of it, I'd stitched most of this during the year. I just needed to bead it. I did most of the beading at the Stitching Retreat, and then I was waiting on treasures coming for it. So this is Nora Corbett, Christmas Eve Couriers Vixen. So this is now number 4. Is it number 4 or number 5? I can't actually remember now. I'll find out in a couple of weeks when I put my decorations up. But yeah. So this is a beautiful vixen. See if I can catch. See when these wee treasures. So it's got, that's one there, and then it's got these little ones here. And then obviously all the beads. But see when it gets like the sparkle of the light, see at Christmas, when I've got them sitting in my fireplace and the tree catches the lights, they're so lovely. Now, they called for beads or some other kind of beads, and they come all the way down here, and they come all the way down here. I had a box of red beads. So I was like, well, I'll use those instead. And I used as much as I had left. And then I just picked another one that was similar to the colour. I mean, it's the same with the fat. Most of the deer and everything is in the cold fall colours. And look, well, and she's got a little fluffy bum. That's a little bit of whisper thread. See if it will focus. Try to fluffen it up as much as I can. But like this was a different. This was just a piece of over dyed thread. So I just kind of improvised a bit, and then just used. I've got like a load of beads that I've got from all other Mirabellis and everything like that. So yeah. Excuse me. Sorry, Vixen has joined the crew. Yeah, I don't know if it's, I think this is number 4. Because I still have a frame for this that I need to do this weekend actually. And then this is, I think I got this, sometimes I think I got this at a retreat. I actually need to go through and find out what ones I've got, because I think this will be number 5, so then I should only have another 2. So I need to actually look and get the other 2. So this is Comet. So I'll start Comet next year and get them done. Oh, it's, look, it's lovely. You see, kind of blue treasures. Oh, that makes a change, because all the other ones have been kind of, oh, it's quite nice and blue and snowy. Or maybe we didn't, or maybe we, I'm trying to, so maybe we take out some of the beads, or maybe we just leave the kind of, the snow. Yeah, I think I maybe take out some of the beads. I feel like it's a little bit, if you can see it, it's a little bit bead heavy. A little bit bead heavy. I quite like the snow a little bit. I have changed a couple of them if I felt it appropriate. So I've got this bit of fabric, so I'll go on that side. But Vixen will come out this year, and then I'll do Comet next year. I think I've done Donna and Dasher, but like I say, I actually need to investigate to which ones I've got and get the other 2, and then I've got a sledge, so that one year I'll have them all. I'll have them all in there and see if I can get, them all lined up, ready for Santa. It's only real Christmas stitching I do. I when it comes to my decorations, I'm quite minimal. It's like every year it gets like less. So the next I started a new star at the retreat. This is just a little piece of, this was one out of the Punch Needle and Primitive Stitching magazine. Sorry, black and white, here's a colour printer. And there's a whole series of these seasonal ones. They are Rivaris, Olivia and Paolo Rivaris. There's some really good stuff in that Punch Needle and Primitive Stitching, and it's an online magazine thing, and it's really reasonable. Like you can get like the whole year, I think, back issues and everything like that. So yeah, I started that. So my little start on that was there. So that looks really weird. It's because it's light shining on it. Unfortunately, I have to do it at night time. I live in the West of Scotland. It's November. There's no daylight. So yeah, that's just a blue. That's a Threadworks one. I've totally messed this up somewhere. I was all wonky and out with it, so hence not a lot got done, because most of it came out and I was like, let's just leave this before I scrunched up and chuck it in a ball and throw it away somewhere. I will get back to that at some point. So I was always trying to kind of do kind of seasonal kind of things. So December, January, February, work on winter ones, etc. That's just a bit of random fabric. No idea where that fabric's from. Next, I also worked on, I took a variety of things with me when I was away. I worked on my pandemic. Now this pandemic. Yeah, line's rubbish, sorry. That's a bit better. So my goal for this year was to finish page 1. And I think that, let me see here. yeah, I think that bit there is kind of as far out. So I think I've got like another bit to start. Yeah, I've just got this bit here. And that is the bottom of page 1. So yeah, so this is just stitched with DMC 825 and 823. Because I had bought the Threadworks to do it. And then the Threadworks came in, I was like, no, it's more turquoise than I thought. And at the same time, I happened to have the 2 blues. I must have ordered them for something else. And I looked and went, that's it. That's what I'm looking for. So I'm just going to do, show you my plan is, if you see, so I've coloured it. So the little animals are going to be the light blue. And the rest of it's in the dark blue. And it is stitched on in sparklies thread. And it's either, is it slightly buttery or summer stuff that I'm trying to get this like, because it's really, but yeah, so it's no, it's not 40 count, that's absolute nonsense. It is 20, it would 28 count 1/1. So yeah, let's not mess this up. If we mess it up, it's a bugger to take out. So yeah, page 1 is done of many pages. And Tammy was there, and she was at a stitch in a tree, and she brought along her framed. I'd seen the piece finished, and she brought it along framed to the finishing table. And oh my god, it just looks amazing. What amazing. And I'm just looking, oh my god, I've only done that a little bit. Come here, Rosie. Give me the ball. Give me the ball. Yeah, no more. You've had enough sausage for tonight. 5 years ago today, we got her. There's pictures come up on Facebook. Little cute little Labrador. There's a cute little Labrador. And let's see if I can show you her. Can you see her there? Where is she? Where is she? You gonna look at the camera for me? Here? No. You wanna look at the camera? Here you are. Sorry. That's my Rosie. But no more sausage. No. So yeah, so pandemic. I've really not got that much to do. That'll come out again. I think I've got about, yeah. Beginning this week, I'll probably, like, it's maybe a couple of days work to get that done, and then that'll get put away. Then also I've worked on this month is my Overflam, which is Stitching Moon Designs, which is scenes in Norway, like pictures she's taken where she lives in Norway. And yeah, I went to Norway last year. It had to be done. So this is the bottom right hand corner. So my goal for this year is to get to 5%. So I think I've got something like 6,000 stitches or something like that to go on it. Oh, these need tightening up. This one's wonk. I've got another few thousand stitches to do that. And I'm just keeping it in. I'll just do. I actually got to a bit of an impasse because I have missing colours. For some reason I hadn't ordered these colours. So I've ordered them now. So the next time it comes out, I can come back in and get all the colours. But yeah, this is, it's not a huge piece. But we're down in the field and then we've got a big mountain. Big mountain. There are big mountains in Norway. I can vouch for they're very big. So that's going to come out. That'll just stare again until it's done. So this dog's staring at me. Just give me the stare. The poor starved dog stare. Then the next start I had my Bella Filipina. I have 2 Bella Filipinas. This one I won in the raffle. And you know when you say to folk, oh yeah, I won in the raffle. I actually did win this in the raffle a couple of years ago. The chap from Bella Filipina. Oh my god, total blank. Oh my god, as to what his name is. Anyway, you know, the chap that runs Bella Filipina, he was doing a live chat thing, and he, with him and Julie from Arts and Designs, and at the time they gave away like 5 or 6 copies, and one copy. So I thought, well, I really should maybe start this. And then at the same time, I bought the matching one of this, the corresponding one. Thought, I really should maybe start this at some point. So I'm doing this on some blue fabric. That's all I can tell you, blue fabric. It's sparkly again, because you just can't go wrong, as I say every time. You just can't go wrong. The best sparkly fabric. So, over 28 count. And it's just a very pale blue. So, not very exciting start. I think that's some like 500 stitches. The bits, I think there's either some beads. There's some beads to go in there, and also some, is it petite, which one? I think it's a petite treasure braid. There's a couple of water lilies that weren't in stock, but they come back in stock, but then I'm still waiting on, there's some, I think it's petite treasure braid that's still to come back in stock that I will pick up at some point, but quite frankly, it's going to be years before I need it, so I'm not really going to worry too much about it. That's just slap bang in the middle. I'd rather start from the top, but my counting, I was just like, no. There's the border, and it's snug, this bit of fabric. So I was like, well, I might have to not do the border, so I don't want to do the border and then run out, so I'd rather just start in the middle, you know. So that's that. So it's a lot more colourful. So let's see if I can just. It's a lot more colourful than I thought it was gonna be. Some nice blues in it. So yeah, there's some kind of grey blues. So yeah, I'm gonna do another bit on her. Do another 500 stitches in her, and then I'll put that one away because it was just a new start. It was just over started. And then I think that's it. By Joe, I think that's it. So we're into December, so I'm just gonna put stuff away while I'm talking. Into December. And I'll be stitchy day in the 14th. And then we're gonna have stitch and retreat in March. So it's not too bad. Nothing really planned. Life's all very quiet. I'm over to my sister's tomorrow. Catch up with her. And yeah, that's, life is pretty dull. But a nice dull. Can't really think of anything. I didn't plan. I was going to go to my work tonight, but I've decided to abandon that because I just don't want to spend the money. I don't want to spend money. It's Christmas. I just if you're like, oh yeah, I'll go. We booked months ago, and then you get to Christmas and you're like, no, I've got like so much else stuff to pay for, and quite frankly, I see you people every day, and no. So I'm gonna do that. So yeah, that's me. Sorry, I'm just tidying up now. We're 28 minutes. Do you think I could talk for another minute and 10 seconds to make it 30 minutes? Probably not. I don't know how people do. I do like to talk a lot. I'm a big talker. But see, when people do stitch me, I'm like, how? What? I think I would just be like, so yeah, I don't think I'd ever do that. Alright, I'm gonna go make myself some toast, I think. Oh, actually, no, there's a pizza in there. Yeah, barbecue chicken pizza. That sounds nice. Or I might just make myself a coffee and get my stitching out instead. But either way, it was lovely to chat with you. And then hello to anybody new if you've made it through. If you're new and you've made it through to the half hour, thank you. And hello to everybody else. And thank you. You know the score. Hello. Thank you. Yeah, right, I'm going now. Go and get my toast and chill for the night. It's lovely. Right, cheers, bye.